Hello everybody, Nikki, and today I'm here with my 50 subscriber Q&A thing that I came up with. First I will go over some things that didn't get asked, and then I will get to the questions that I was asked. So I am 35 years old. I'm from California, USA. I live with my mom, my dog Jessie, who is a Chihuahua mix, perhaps terrier, and I have a cat named Yi, who's black and an asshole. That's all you need to know. I have one tattoo, and I would like some more, but COVID. And I have 4 ear piercings that I got before COVID, thank God. And so that's about me. And so now on to stuff I like. For food, I like pizza, specifically pepperoni, but I will probably eat any kind of pizza. I like tacos. I like nachos. I like burgers and fries and chocolate. I'm kind of like I like to call myself a basic bitch when it comes to food. I'm very like steak and potatoes and not like fancy potatoes. I'm very, very picky about that. I made some little notes here so I wouldn't forget to talk about everything. So let's get that out. For music, I like Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, I like 80s music. I like the Hobbit, Lord of the Rings soundtracks. I like those two right too. I like classical fantasy music. I like rock, punk, and pop. The Clash, AC/DC, and the Ramones. And I really like The Who. That's H-U. They're a Mongolian rock band, and you should check out their song that was sort of all over the internet at one point. Where is it? I think it's Juve Juve U. And it's an amazing video, and they play, I believe, traditional Mongolian instruments. And there's at one point where, however, one of the guys is playing, I'm not sure what it is. It sounds like a horse. Like, it looks like a horse, because Mongolians, horses, bows, and arrows. But it sounds like a horse, and I love listening to that part. And of course, let's talk about some books. I like my fantasy, science fiction, of course. I'm sort of picky about my sci-fi. I talked about The Expanse. I love that. I like history books, so like about historical people. I like historical mysteries. I like Agatha Christie, and I like some classics. I'm a big fan of Shakespeare and Chaucer, and I like some Jane Austen. I've tried a couple, and I wasn't so sure about them, but you know, I like some classics. I'm willing to try classics, basically. And then I also like the MCU. Big fan of Marvel. I like Wonder Woman. I still need to make a video about how much I love her. I might not wear mascara because I'm sure I'll just start bawling. I like One Piece. I've made a video about that. I like makeup, but I'm not good at it. I like candles. I recently got big into candles. And I really like the fruity ones. Like right now I'm burning an apple cinnamon one because it feels warm and festive. But before that I was burning, they called it a Hawaiian something, and it had like mango smells. Oof. And my favorite color is blue, so I always want to try a blue candle, but they never smell like I want them to. because they're always like night and ocean, and I'm like, not really feeling it. I like video games. I'm also very bad at them. RPGs, like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest. I like Assassin's Creed. I'm very bad at that. I also play Fallout games, which are like shooters. I'm very bad at shooting. I do have a Twitch that I am trying to stream more on. I'm gonna get Cyberpunk, which has shooting, so you can come watch me be really bad at that when I get the game. And I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. I also like Gossip Guru. I don't go into the beauty section or anything. I just tend... Oh, we got a stray hair there. I tend to stick to the book section where they talk about BookTube and Twitter, and there's some really good discussions going on over there. They're talking about like the consumerism, which I noticed I have a problem with, and it's not even because of BookTube that I want to buy books. I just want to buy books even if I might not read them right away. They've talked about some things about how some people, when they're talking about books, they're not articulating it right, and they're like, we'll make notes. And I'm like, oh my god, why don't I make notes? So I've been making notes. So yeah, I think I just like to look, because I'm not like, what's the word? I'm not always into what's going on in the community, but I like to know, because I think it's important to know what's going on in the world and in your little area of community. So yeah, they've been like, there's some really nice people on there, and they're not like picking on any, well, they do sometimes because it's a gossip forum, but other times they're just like, they're like saying stuff that's makes sense to me. And I saw that like some people, they want to be on Gossip Guru, and I'm like, if you want to be on Gossip Guru, then you're doing it wrong. So yeah, I think what I've read there has, I've been trying to become a better creator from what they've said about creators that they don't like. I don't know if any of that made sense, but I do like Gossip Guru. And that's pretty much it about me and like what I like to do outside of BookTube. So let's get to the questions. Jeremy Fee asked me, what are my plans for the new year? Do I have reading goals or resolutions of some kind? I do have some reading goals. I would like to finish the Expanse series. Read a book every month until it's finished. And I've also just added the Witchlands series to that as well. There's a new one, I think a new Witchlands comes out in February, and I think the last Expanse comes out sometime in 2021. I don't know how things are going to go because of COVID. I know other books, I think I've said this before, other books have been pushed back because of COVID, so I'm not 100% sure. Like, there was a book that that I pre-ordered. It was supposed to come out in August, and it got pushed back to December, and then it got pushed back into 2021. So, yeah, it just says Leviathan Falls, Book 9, comes out in 2021. So I'd like to basically read those before the new books come out, even though I'm not like I said, I do have a little bit of a book buying problem. It's not related to BookTube. It's me. I have like a anxiety hoarding thing. Like if I don't get it now, maybe I'll never get it type of thing. Even though Witchlands 4, I think, comes out in February, I will not be buying it until the holidays. Get better deals that way, obviously. And like for resolutions, just to read, I think everybody on BookTube says this, just to read more for the new year, but also, like, if I get a book and I don't like it, to either DNF it, or if I do finish it, give it away, and not just have it on my shelf taking up space. Like, you can still see that pile of books. Nobody's bought them, which is fine. Just trying to make a little money, but nobody wants them. That's fine, whatever. Some of the adult manga I will probably just keep trying to sell because I'm like 100% Goodwill, or the library does not want that. But I found a website called Bookmooch where you can ship books all over the world, basically. So I've done that, but shipping's pretty expensive. So I can't just like keep shipping books out and not make any money on it. That sounds awful, but I'm not, like, that's why I shouldn't buy books. I'm not like rich, you know what I mean? So, yeah, trying to, really find books that I like and cull from my library if possible. Let go of that hoarding mentality that I have. I think that would be a good resolution, and it would clear up space. And that's pretty much it. I don't really do resolutions about like losing weight or anything, because I think that puts too much pressure on. Another resolution is to I just saw this. I forgot I had it. It's my little TBR jar with all the books in it. Like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh, you can't even see that. You can't even see that. But that says Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Assassin's Quest. Like actually use this. Oh, get rid of that. Night of the Seventh Moon. Actually use this, and I've got wrapped books. I think I've shown you those before. So actually use those, and maybe not follow somebody else's TBR every month, because as Amrita said, I have like 300 books on a TBR at any given time because I'm overly ambitious. Yeah, and I never read the 300 books. So that's why I like mine, because it's 2 months, and I figure I can read a bunch of books in 2 months. So yes, those are sort of all my reading goals or resolutions for the new year. And Amrita asked, she wanted to know more about my writing. As I do write, I do participate in Nano. I have never finished a Nano, so that tells you how much I participate. I had planned to, but I don't know. I do want to finish the book I'm working on, and I guess it shouldn't matter if nobody else wants to read it. I want to read it. Like, I haven't finished it. I have it all planned out. So yeah, I have a playlist about my book. I have actually sort of published a book. I used was it CreateSpace? Is that what it's called, from Amazon, to publish a book of poetry, and there were some short stories and a play in there. So that's out there. I can link that, I guess. I have a Patreon that I haven't posted on in a while because I'm trash. But my book is about a young woman. I started writing it when I was younger, so she was supposed to be my age at the time. But I've kept her in her early 20s, even though I'm now in my mid-30s, just because I thought that worked better. And she is transported to a magical world. It is a fantasy world. It is it is a European fantasy world. Sorry, Amrita, but that's what I know, and that's what I feel comfortable writing. I don't feel like I could write anything else. I feel like it would be wrong. And it was based off the idea of like Twilight, and how there was like love triangles, which were awful. And so I wanted to do something where like the first person she meets is this guy, and there's no love triangle. They're just like best friends. And and I wanted to make it like inclusive. So I have like a cast of characters, and I came up with like actors that I cast them as. So there's lots of people of color. The bad guy is a white guy. Most of the bad guys are white guys. There's lots of lesbians and gays and queer and gender fluid. So there's a couple little twists that I don't want to say, because I think you could probably guess. Like the main character's name is Laura, who her love interest is supposed to be. Well, like, it's pretty obvious to me, and you can probably guess what that's about. You know, and I made a little map. I think I talked about it in one of the videos. I drew a little map. I like drawing maps. And there's like a trickster character, and there's like a witch, and then there's wolves, but they're like, I actually looked them up. It's like a dire wolf, but bigger. Not like from Game of Thrones. What is the dog? There's like a really big dog that is extinct. And that's what I was going for the way they look, but they sort of also look like huskies. I lost the page now. But yeah, there's a dog character, because I thought it would be fun to have like a dog companion. So a bit of Wizard of Ozzy there, I guess. And yeah, I do, and I like writing. I hand write it. The notebook I have is upstairs, so that's my problem, because I hand write it, and my handwriting is big. And then when I go to type it up, like a chapter that's like 5 pages or whatever only comes out to be like a page and a half, and I'm like, shit. I don't even know if it could be, was it 50K for Nano? So I was just thinking like, well, then I could just write novellas and, you know, fix it later or add to it later. And I'm also trying to sort of rewrite it to describe things better, because I've never been very descriptive. So especially since I cast actors, I'm like, well, everybody knows what that actor looks like. Why do I have to describe them? That's one of the things I find frustrating coming from fan fiction, because if you say like Derek and it's Teen Wolf, everybody knows what Derek looks like. Or if you say Tony from Marvel, everybody knows what that character looks like. So you don't have to describe them unless it's like an alternate universe where you've added a scar or a tattoo somewhere. So that's what I'm trying to work on. Someday, I should have because of COVID, but it makes you sort of like, COVID almost makes you not want to do anything. You know what I mean? So, what else? The book, even though I am in the middle of the first one, I have like a whole series planned. I came up with all the titles. I came up with a calendar system for this world. And I like the world I made. So, and there's like stuff when I'm writing, I'm like, oh, I should add that. And I'm like, no, I can't add that. That's only like a thing a creator would know until like a later book or something. Lately I came up with, I saw somewhere somebody talking about like poems or something in the book. So let me find it. Here it is. I have some what I call legends, and they're almost like prophecies of like stuff that people have written, and like there's some words that I have, like if you saw it centuries later, they would be scratched out, but I have what they should be in like parentheses that nobody's gonna know about, that type of stuff. So I have 2 that I've written, and there are 2 more I need to write. And I think the only thing it's called The Legend of the Red King. It's the first book, and I don't know why it came to me, but red-haired people in this world are considered to be bad because of what happened, but I don't want like that to reflect upon actual red-haired people who aren't evil dictators from another island. So I'm trying to fix that, because I know some red-haired people are like really made fun of for having red hair, which is stupid. Like, they can't control their hair color, and red hair is gorgeous anyway. And I'm not just saying that because I have some red copper in my hair. So yeah, I've got a bunch of characters. I'm always adding new characters. I made a Tumblr for the all the pictures and all that stuff. I don't know if I've updated it lately. So yeah, that's what I am officially quote unquote working on. I'll have all the links down below for all that stuff. And if you write, please tell me about your stuff. Because I love supporting my friend authors, and quite frankly, there needs to be more of us on YouTube. Like, there's an author tube, but I'm terrified of it. So, I'm terrified of BookTube too. I talk to like a handful of people on BookTube because I am so bad at talking. But yeah, that is the little Q&A session. Oh God, fly. I rambled on for a bit there. Sorry about that. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope your holidays are going well and you don't have flies bothering you. I hope that you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!